in Minneapolis. I've got this statement from the Department of Homeland Security in the United States. They've just provided an update on social media about what's going on the ground in Minneapolis. I'll read it to you. They say at 6:50 local time, federal law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted traffic stop in Minneapolis of what they're calling an illegal alien from Venezuela who was released into the country, they say, by Joe Biden. In an attempt to evade arrest, the Department of Homeland Security says the subject fled the scene in his vehicle and crashed into a parked car. The subject then fled on foot. Homeland Security says the law enforcement officer caught up with the subject on foot and attempted to apprehend him when he began to resist and violently assault the officer. They say that then resulted into a struggle on the ground. Two subjects came out from a nearby apartment and also attacked the law enforcement officer with a snow shovel and a broom handle. This is part of the lengthy statement from the Department of Homeland Security. They say as the officer was being ambushed and attacked by two individuals, the original subject got loose and began striking the officer with a shovel or broomstick. They say fearing for his life and safety as he was being ambushed by the individuals, the officer fired defensive shots to defend his life. The initial subject was hit in the leg. So that is what has triggered the scenes you are seeing right now on your screens in the streets of Minneapolis. Now, to put this in context, we are just 1 week on from the shooting of 37-year-old Renee Good. That has triggered intense emotion and division in the United States between those who believe ICE agents acted recklessly or went too far in the actions they took against this US citizen, and what we've heard in the comments from the US president, members of his administration who claim that the officer was acting in self-defence when he shot the woman through the car windscreen, shooting her dead. This situation, though, a separate incident, as I've been referring to this statement from the Department of Homeland Security, describing what they say are the events that have unfolded tonight there on the ground that led to one of the federal officers shooting this man, hitting him in the leg. At this stage, the attacked officer and the subject are both in hospital. So that's the lay of the land at the moment in the United States. You can see federal officers there. We've seen canisters of smoke exploding at certain times here as federal authorities try and get a handle on the situation on the ground. This is continuing to develop as we head into 2 p.m. here, Australian Eastern Daylight Time.